Hello everyone and welcome to your show Around Kuwait. As usual in our show, we're sharing with you about the latest events and occasions happening in our lovely country state of Kuwait. As you already know, our camera crew traveling everywhere to share with you the great events, and sometimes in our episode we're gonna have a distinguished guest. We're gonna talk about their perspective and their profession. And before we start, I would like to greet our working crew and also my colleague Sarah. Hello Sarah, and happy to see you today.
Hello Abdulaziz, happy to see you as well. Of course, and a great welcome to our dear viewers today in Around Kuwait with a new episode. Of course, we'll be sharing different inspiring stories and different segments, of course. And with that, Abdulaziz, let's start with our first headline.
Today we'll talk about the Mikshat experience, which happening in Jabal Al-Ahmed Causeway. You know, during the winter season in the state of Kuwait, Mikshat is like one of the big exhibition, and you saw like that, especially in the National Liberation Day and before in the beginning of February, even in March, and even in that time you saw the demand is high and too many participants. We're gonna talk in details when their topic.
Of course, and our second topic will be our media role exhibition in its academia and industry. We'll be talking about the role of our media in that kind of event.
You know, our media role already been in Al-Shadadi and Kuwait University with too many participants, too many entities participating in government and private sectors, and the main goal is just to raise the awareness for the students about the importance of the media, how to be guided in the perfect and professional way.
Of course, and our third headline will be with a new adventure with our colleague Hibal Gahtani, where we're talking about mirrors, of course.
Sure. So dear viewers, that will be our topics for today for this episode. Let's go for the first topic. We're going to talk about the first topic, which is about Mikshat. Stay tuned.
The Mikshat experience is a comprehensive endeavor that caters to the diverse needs of all individuals, ensuring inclusivity across its various components and activities. From its contemporary architectural design and harmonious color schemes suitable for camping enthusiasts to engaging children's games, the experience is crafted to appeal to a broad audience.
Hello everyone, this is Hajar Lamhanna. Today we are at Al-Mikshat. What is Al-Mikshat? Al-Mikshat is originated from the word kashta. Kashta means picnic. So today we're experiencing different kind of things. Al-Mikshat experience will meet the needs of everyone, from traditional cafes, restaurants, theater and cinema as well. So we'll be back in a few. Stay tuned.
The inclusive nature of Al-Mikshat extends beyond recreational activities to encompass essential amenities. The establishment features a restaurant area providing culinary delights, a bustling bazaar offering a range of goods, and even a zoo for wildlife enthusiasts. Moreover, its amenities include a dedicated children's cinema, a multifunctional theater for cultural events, heritage huts for historical immersion, and a farmer's market for promoting local produce.
What a lovely rainy day. Well, it's time to ride the horses and camels. If you're thinking about riding horses or camels, don't worry, it's safe. There's a guide with you and it's time to ride. As I said, let's go.
What sets Al-Mikshat apart is its commitment to inclusivity, ensuring that individuals from all walks of life feel welcome and accommodated. This commitment is evident in its provisions for productive families, fostering economic empowerment, and its consideration for people with special needs, providing facilities tailored to their requirements.
And you know what I like the most is the heritage huts. There's created with amusement colors that has different stores in it. So now I'm gonna go and grab my coffee.
Sponsored and organized by the Ministry of Social Affairs and executed by the Cooperative Projects Committee on a national scale, Al-Mikshat is a collaborative effort involving various stakeholders. Partnerships with the Social Fund and popular cafes, alongside coordination with the Union of Consumer Cooperative Societies, underscore the collective endeavor to create a space that caters to the diverse needs and interests of the community.
As we have seen, it's such a cozy place to bring your family and children to have fun and enjoy the traditional food and traditional kashta in Kuwait. That's it for today, dear viewer. Bye-bye for now.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Starting with our first headline, we'll be talking about Al-Mikshat, of course, and the experience of Al-Mikshat. To be honest, Abdulaziz, I haven't visited, but I've seen a lot of people that have visited over there, a different kind of experience where they're sharing different things, whether we're having restaurants, whether people are enjoying the weather, and especially when in these kind of months, of course.
So during the 1st of the February, in the time of the celebrations, you will see like most of the government entities participating for this kind of event. It's already happened in Jabal Ahmed Causeway and the islands, the islands in the Jabal Ahmed Causeway. There are too many participants with different entities there, just to showcasing about celebration and to celebrate with all the people who's living in this lovely land. About National Liberation Day. During the month of the celebration, they had too many different events and activities and certain occasions. So it's the family destination, and even the Kuwait TV, especially the KTV1, 2, and all the KTVs, they did their amazing job just to showcasing live stream from there, just to promote more about the events happening there. So, and even we are also appreciate the participant of Kuwait 965 for the talented and for the handcrafts. They're participating there in the Mikshat, and they have too many participation, engaging. Every day they are changing the people there. So it's a good opportunity even for the families and for the young generation to know more about the history of Kuwait.
Of course, and it's a spot and an area where people have been working on it for days and months in order to the people to visit in such a place where they provide, as we have mentioned, restaurant area or a zoo or children's cinema and a lot of multifunctional theater. And as you have mentioned, it's provided for the families out there and for the kids in order to enjoy their kind of moments in the winter especially.
And also it's a good time to have like an outdoor activities, because in Mikshat they have like a certain zones for the family just to have a camping in like an outdoor tent, or and we call it the hair tent and normal tents, and sometimes like a different style just to make the families enjoying the moment and the lovely weather there, and they see the view for all the Kuwait city there, and during the sunset and the sunrise, like they have a good views there, and we call it in the north and the south island in Jabal Ahmed Causeway. So it's a good opportunity, and even they had like a zone for the kids entertainment, kids playground, because it's a family destination. So kids are going there, enjoying their time, and the families being more safe because they are always there enjoying their time in the kids playground, enjoying the time. And it's educational and entertainment as well, because the participant there made like a kids to interact and to read the instructions and to engage and to know more about the history of Kuwait. Like they have like too many information about Kuwait, and the kids just reading and like entertainment with education for them.
Of course, that is also as the kind of the vibes where we're talking about more into Kuwaiti culture and the heritage itself and the area itself, where a lot of people out there, as you have mentioned, whether they're entertaining, they're walking around, they're having different kind of experience, and especially in that time in the winter where we're having different kind of events as Mikshat, where all the families would gather over there, of course.
And also this what comes about Mikshat. Now let's appreciate the role for the Ministry of Interior, the Ministry of Health, and too many other entities. They are doing an amazing job there, because the Ministry of Interior, they want to organize the traffic there. Kuwait Fire Force are there also. For in case something happening, they are rescuing the lives, because you are near the seaside. So they're always there just to rescuing us in case something happen, for rescuing and for the fire and even more. Ministry of Health and following the EMS, their ambulance are there, because they are, this kind of, maybe they are facing for a weather, because the cold weather, some people maybe diabetes, because they take them to a nearby clinics just to rescuing them. They have a specialties people, something happen. So we have to appreciate and to thank the Ministry of Interior, the KFF, and even the Ministry of Health, MOH, and the EMS for their amazing job, just to have like to contain the visitors in a good way. And even we have to thank also the volunteers for doing their amazing job, and even the self-defense. They always been in need and a different participate in different good positions. And this weather, they are just standing with their joyful smile, guiding the areas, helping everybody, and even the guides as well.
Of course, and as you have mentioned, Abdulaziz, where we're having all these people in order to provide, whether we're talking about safety or whether for the visitors themselves to feel happy and safe in such an area like that. And Mikshat, we always know that they have different kind of activities and different kind of events, whether speaking behind, like for example, the National Day, the Liberation Day. They're always spotting light on different events where all the families and visitors can visit over there to enjoy their moments, of course.
In addition, let's spoke about the young entrepreneurs, the small and the medium business, because they had like a zone for, we call it the local farms, you know, like they are showcasing and they are participant with their like we say local production. When it comes to the vegetables, for the fruits, they have their unique style. It's a good thing just to encourage the young farmers and the young entrepreneurs who are into, we call it the production of the vegetables, and the young, we say like the local farmers. So they have like a certain zones for them, because instead you are going to Abdili or Wafra, they are encouraging them, they have their certain zones for them to selling their products, the local product when it comes to the vegetables, the fruits, and even the yogurt, and we call it the white side. So it's a good thing for them just to have like, they are thinking to make them there merging with the society, to be clear and near to us. And also with the people who is into the nursery, to do like indoor and outdoor, like we see like the greens and gardens. So it's a good opportunity for them.
Of course, and what sets Al-Mikshat apart from any unwavering commitments is that ensuring that all the individuals out there walks to feel free and welcome in that kind of place where it's more into culture and kind of heritage society and place, of course.
And also this kind of farmers, it's a good opportunity for young entrepreneurs who's interested in this kind of field of farming, field of like green for the nursery, to make them like engagement with them, because like the visitors, when they are visiting the place, they share experiences, they take consultation from them, because it's live, you know, instead of calling them in the social medias, the experts are there. So it's a good opportunity for the families to engage with the people who specialty in the field, if you want to do like an outdoor farms, because it's the time for outdoor gardens.
I'm sure you have visited Mikshat.
Yes.
What was your kind of experience over there?
I had fun with my family. It's a good opportunity. It's a good thing. Like I see the people go for the heritage and people for the farmers, kids playground. You will see too many public figures are participating there. Medias, influencers are there. It's a good opportunity. I would like to think also I already mentioned about the entities are there. And even let's to think all the people who did their enormous job just to publish this kind of events, because also the partnership for the people we call the consumer cooperative societies, and also the social funds and popular cafes are union consumers. So they are always there with the governmental entities as well, all for the sake for the successful and contribute for this event, Sarah.
Of course, and Aziz, when we see that kind of success in such a place in Al-Mikshat, where it's organized by different people from head to top, of course, and seeing different people, and especially when we're talking about, as you have mentioned, different kind of cafes or restaurants, it shows that a lot of people are into that kind of a place, and how successful is this area and place where people are gathering out there to have different kind of moments and enjoyment moment, of course.
And even enjoyment moment, and even it's something we have to mention also in this kind of event. We have to thank also the visitors for their cooperation, because when you drive from Jabal Ahmed Causeway to the islands, it takes distance. The way they are parking, they are walking, it takes time. So we have to thank also, we already thanks all the administrations, also we thanked also the visitors also.
Yes, of course, and through the collaboration and cooperation of Al-Mikshat, where it serves of inclusivity, offering different kind of experience where it impresses diversity, of course.
Diversity, and even it's for next year, for sure there will be something. Even we have to mention about the KTV their role, because they have like our colleague Hiba was there, coverage also for the event. They have like a certain shows happening during the weekends in the Mikshat, and even our colleague Najib Al-Qahtani, and all about our colleagues, and even the directors are there, all the working crew, they're doing an enormous job. You will see even the drone cameras there, like the way how they are showing the beauty for the state of Kuwait, because when you have like a strong team, and we are appreciating the team, they're doing like, they did something for this kind of island to make it more beauty and to share the things inside the island in a very good way.
Of course, and last but not least, Mikshat stands up as a testament for a power of collaboration, where it's a welcoming environment for all the families out there, and to show the different kind of backgrounds, whether we're talking about culture, and especially when we're talking about the Kuwaiti culture, of course, and that kind of timing, especially in the winter, and these beautiful days where people would enjoy a short time of period Al-Mikshat, of course.
So in case, I think like this is like our second topic. So the first topic already finished. So dear viewer, that was our first topic about Mikshat. Let's go now to the next report to talk more about different topic. Stay tuned.
Hello everyone tuning in, my name is Nasser Burshed, and today I'm at a new event called Roll Media, hosted by KU, Kuwait University. So come along with me and let's have a chat with the participants here, and we'll have a look around. So stay tuned.
At Kuwait University's College of Literature, an extraordinary event unfolded. An exhibition named Our Media Role, set against the vibrant backdrop of Sabah al-Salim University in the Shidadiyah city. The exhibition was a collaborative effort that transcended boundaries, uniting 240 entities from the private and government sectors. Spearheaded by the Department of Public Relations and Media at Kuwait University, this event was not just a showcase but a dynamic platform for students to immerse themselves in the practical realm of public relations and media.
I'm an IOM graduate, and I see it as a good opportunity to be here and participate with my friends and see the other universities in Kuwait and see, like as you can say, life from different perspectives. So it's a good thing to learn new experiences.
The genesis of the exhibition was rooted in providing students with hands-on experience, a chance to apply their theoretical knowledge in a real-world context. The inaugural exhibition, marked by the enthusiastic participation of 130 entities, had set the stage for what would become an annual spectacle. The success of the first event propelled the organizers to expand their horizons, resulting in the participation of a staggering 240 governmental and private entities in the subsequent exhibition.
Say that it's so good for students, especially for students like me from other countries, and I think that it's a good opportunity for every student to spend their time good, maybe.
Given this opportunity, help us to show our art here, because there are a lot of people walking around, taking pictures, looking at our paints, so they might want to join our club or appreciate it in their way. So this thing help us to push forward and keep moving in our creativity to create more paints and more ideas to please the other people.
This grand affair, orchestrated by the College of Literature, unfolded seamlessly with the tireless efforts of over 100 student volunteers. Their dedication and commitment played a pivotal role in making the second exhibition a resounding success. Beyond the numbers, it became a testament to the symbiotic relationship between academia and industry, where theory met practice and students thrived in the rich soil of experiential learning. The Our Media Role exhibition not only showcased the prowess of the participating entities, but also demonstrated the potential of collaborative endeavors in shaping the future of public relations and media.
All right, dear viewers, we've reached to the end of this coverage. I really had a great time and a really good chat with the people here. A lot of the participants really have a great role. So back to you guys at the studio.
Welcome back, dear viewers, where we're going to head our second headline for today. We're talking about our media role exhibition, of course, where there was 240 entities from private and government sectors. I think such an event like that, I think a part of us, when we're talking about media, where we spotlight on different things, is really needed for the society and for community, of course, Aziz.
The definition of media is what the symbol of the definition is, to transfer the news. So we have to appreciate the role of Kuwait University for publishing this kind of exhibition. We call it Our Media Role, and it was the white outdoor garden between all the universities together, with the participation for 240 entities to brought all the governmental and private sectors and all the news broadcaster and the media, the governmental media and the private medias and the journalists, all are there. Just to send awareness for the students, to showcasing and to guide them in the right way of the media. Media is just not about the smartphone and the social media. Media, it plays everything in our society. And by the way, medias, if every entity have a media. Media, the official media is for the entities, for the, we call it something about, we call it too many people together, like the collective, or like too many people entity. Social media for individual.
Yes.
You see the difference between them?
Sure.
So the radio and the TV and the newspaper and the magazine is still important until today.
Of course.
And the social media is also important. What's the difference between them? Social media, you know, the news is already coming. You know why? It comes by ship, by airplanes, or by car. It's all about transferring the news.
Yes.
If you want to do it like in a professional way, you will see like we are interviewing guests and they will cut the scene, they put it in the social media.
True.
And the vice versa. For this one, we'll put here. So all media are important. That's why this important event, just to show the people and the students how to following the right media.
Of course.
You have, the media is very professional way. Entities need media. All the administrations need media for the official media. But for the individual, we go to the social media.
Of course. And speaking behind the media, Abdulaziz, I remember back then when anyone used to ask me, what have you been graduated or what's your bachelor? I would be saying media. So everyone would be like, oh, media is nothing, or we're talking about media, so we're talking more about social media, which is totally different than that, of course. And this dynamic kind of platform went beyond the showcase, providing students with hands-on experience to apply theoretical knowledge, of course. So I think that kind of media, when we're speaking about media, it's not just easy. When we say media, everyone thinks it's just a media. It's something really easy that anyone could handle or anyone could do, of course.
And also, well said from you, Sarah, and thank you so much for elaborating this topic. Media, it's important. That's why the Kuwait University thought about to create every year this kind of exhibition. Our media role, it's about you and me, and the entity and the student and even the teachers. It's all about all of us together. Just to create this kind of event to showcase all the people and to share their entity as well, Sarah.
Yes, of course. And I think we always say that you have mentioned that with media we're having whether television or whether we're having radio or newspaper and so on. I think before we used to say that newspaper one day would disappear, but eventually it won't disappear. We always need it, and holding a kind of newspaper is always needed. When you read it, is different than reading just on the internet itself.
So when we spoke more about the media, you know, this kind of events, it's important, and we like to think and to give our appreciation on behalf of us for the administration, for the Kuwait University, for publishing this kind of event, because we have like a certain major for, we call it for media. We have a college for media, we have major for media. And we have also certain professors, associate professors, and even professors spoke always about media. So they are already heading the line of this kind of exhibition. They held workshops, they held events. You saw the interviews when they are spoke about this kind of exhibition, because it's an important, because now the era of media is getting huge and distributing a lot all around the world. When it goes to the social media, the official media, the classical media, it's going fast, blink an eye.
Yeah.
Everywhere there will have a new information heading. Before, the professional media, when we get a story, we filtering it, we change the topics.
It takes a lot of time.
The efforts, then we publishing it. Now, no, just like in a blink an eye, we have like a certain and a new kind of news.
Yeah.
So these kind of events, sharing awareness for the students, to give like everyone like a responsibility, like this is our role now in the future, to guide the media in the right way, Sarah.
Yes, of course, and I always say that we always need media in any kind of perspective way, of course, and this an exhibition where it marked enthusiastic participants with 130 entities setting the stage for an annual spectacle, of course. And again, when we're speaking behind media, I always say sometimes it's a shame when people think that media is an easy line or an easy type of field where anyone could be on media or have different kind of skills being in media, of course.
And also let's talk about the participation for 240 governmental and even private entities. This enormous and huge number, like imagine 200, above 200. So most of the majority of the governmental sectors are entering the event, and the private sector entering the event. Too many sectors, like certain, especially for media first, and then the entities. So this kind of things show something important. Media, it's very, very important nowadays. One story can change all the topics.
Yes.
I will share something knowledge for the viewers. For military, if every entity they have, we call it PR and a media. Only in the military they change the title.
Yeah.
It's like we call it the motivational guidance. Only in the military.
Yeah.
We got it from the UK, so it distributes all around the world. So for the Ministry of Defense, any kind of military, the name of the PR and media changed to, we call it motivational guidance, because these people are responsible to motivate the military, to give like the satisfaction for the people who's living in the country.
Yeah.
Like we are following the lead, what's happening in the world, if in case something happening for wars or something. This is their role now, to give motivation for the military, for people who's working in the Ministry of Defense. So this one reflects for all the other entities. Media, it's important to give raise the morals. So we have always going for the officials news. Don't follow the rumors.
Yeah.
Now everyone, like the people, just want to share any rumors. No, you have always to have like to go to the official news. Any catastrophe will go to the certain news. Any kind of the individual, you have to know to seek for the right person. That's why this kind of events give like an amazing experience and even workshops to everybody.
Of course, because media is spread out everywhere, and it's really quick. That's why we always say never believe any kind of news that you might see. It might be a good thing and it might be a bad thing, of course. And in that event and topic we're talking about, there was more than 100 of students, volunteers, where they played a pivotal role in making the exhibition a success, where they're showcasing the relationship between the academia and the industry, of course, and where we're able to see the volunteers or the students, the successful role in media, of course.
So imagine this kind of events, it gave a huge impact for the students, because this is our new generation for 40, 50 years above. So, and also we are encouraging the Kuwait University KU to establish this kind of events annually or maybe every 3-4 months, because just to give the share more awareness, and also we have like a new generation for announcers and media production. So this is like a good opportunity for the governmental wear to even the title, our media role. It's like everyone is responsible in this kind of events just to showcase. And even there is something important to do this kind of events. Even they have too many like events inside events.
Yeah.
Like it's a big opportunity, but you will see the people who's being there, the contribution, the collaboration, and it's like a good encouragement, and the event was memorial.
Yes, of course. And you have mentioned, Abdulaziz, when you're having such an event or exhibition like that where people are dedicated to go into a role of media, we always say that before you decide in going whether into media or any kind of field, make sure that you are able to success and you're loving what you're doing in order to have that kind of achievement. It's not about like media spreading everywhere, or you just want to be there for a benefit or so. And that kind of the students which volunteered in that exhibition or that event, they highlighted the collaboration potential and shaping the future of public relation and media, because when you need media you also need public relation, of course.
And also in addition, we just like to share awareness about the importance for PR and media department and sectors, because some people don't know about the role for the PR and the media, because this is like for every entity, governmental and also governmental and private, PR and media always there.
Yeah.
And people have to know about their role, what they are doing, because people don't know. PR means PR. No, PR means something. Media means something. They are cooperating with each other for the sake for the media side.
Of course, and we always say that in any kind of place you always need PR, Abdulaziz, in order to do your thing or let things work out. Whether even if you're in any work place or so on, you need that kind of PR in order to let things go and to be more socialized, of course. And our media role exhibition is not only showcase participant entities, but it also demonstrated the transformative of power and collaborative endeavors in evolving the landscape, of course.
And also this kind of events, it's important. This is like to shape. And also you notice like this kind of events, people who's participating in Kuwait University, so because this kind of events, usually the private sector always establishing it. Now the governmental sector now focusing about the importance of the media. So this is very important, and maybe we are creating a new generation. They will be future journalists, future media, future broadcaster. It's good opportunity for them also, Sarah.
Of course, and speaking behind the new generation, Abdulaziz, when we're talking about the new generation, we need to have that kind of awareness in order to educate them, to let them know more about that. A lot of people nowadays, especially the new generation, the concept of media, they're taking it in a negative way, or they're just taking it behind the media in order to get, if you're in media, you're getting a lot of money. No, it's not that kind of idea. So we need, I think, to change that kind of concept for the new generation in order to know more about the media and what's behind media, of course.
And this is like what's behind the media. Behind the media, it's a very huge working crew. We are working a lot. We want to share, to give to people the best of us. So you mentioned, one hand cannot clap. So it's all the people's role. Our role is to following the media. So everyone can transfer the news. Imagine this kind of event. How many students participate in this event? Enormous, huge days, people coming and go and engaging. This is our responsibility. Everyone leaving this kind of exhibition, people know something new about the media.
Yes, of course, and we always say any person that's in this kind of role or in the media role always have that kind of role where you're showing yourself and proving for the people that you can do it, especially in media. Just don't enter any kind of a role of media just for the benefit of being in media, of course. And of course, Abdulaziz, that was our second topic. We're going to head into a break and we'll be back.
We are back again to our show Around Kuwait. We're moving for our third topic with our colleague Hiba Al-Qahtani. She spoke about and will share with us about the mirrors. Do you know that mirrors long time ago, it's different than now.
Yeah.
Now everyone, before he going out, he have to check himself in the mirrors, you
Of
know,
course.
ladies and men. And do you know like the materials who created the mirrors, which one of them is sand?
Yeah, well, I never knew that. It's a really amazing thing to know that mirrors are from sands, of course, and I think a lot of us are using mirrors in different kind of ways, whether we're using it in kind of, they used to use it in the past for reflection. Nowadays we're using mirrors, whether, as you have mentioned, to look at ourselves, to speak to ourselves, maybe to have a different kind of decoration in the homes and houses or any kind of workplaces and so on. And of course, Abdulaziz, we're gonna get to know more, of course, about mirrors with Hiba in this segment, of course.
Welcome, dear viewers, to our special segments where we highlight and shed the light mostly about some of the equipments that we actually use during our daily life, talking more about specific things in detail. When did it was created and how was it created and by whom? Was it by coincident mistake? I mean, all of these inventions were created by coincidence. Don't we all agree on that? In today's segment, we're going to talk more about the specific equipment that we actually use in our daily base life, especially us women. I mean, it is one of the things that we actually use to look at our reflection, specifically maybe saying within minutes, hours. I mean, even when we get bored, we have to use our mirror. So in today's segment, we're going to talk and focus more about mirror. But let's start about knowing more, when did this invention was created? Now we know back in the days it was very difficult for men to shave and to look at their reflection. Therefore, they used to use so many different materials in order for him to have the reflection they needed. So they used to use iron, they used to use the glass, and so many things. And even the reflection that they find when looking at themselves in water, I mean, it was very difficult, very, let's say, annoying, to be honest, in that particular time itself. And even when it comes into women, I'm very sure that women couldn't, let's say, back in the days, really see themselves really clearly, maybe even talking about, let's say, leaving that aside when it comes into that. I mean, it was so difficult back in the days, especially for us women. This is one of the tools that we use on daily basis. I mean, once you see any reflection for yourself, immediately you have to pause, look at yourself, maybe even strike a pose when it comes into that. So let's talk more about when did this invention was found. It was found actually within the process itself, when men used to use different kind of materials until they reached towards the mirror reflection. Now, of course, you can see that mirrors are created in many different ways, size, shapes, and so on. Now we can see that mirror used to be very heavy back in the days, but nowadays it is something that you could actually use within your small bag, and of course it is something very useful nowadays. Now people could use mirrors in many ways and many kinds, and of course in any circumstances. I mean, once you're sad, you have to always look to yourself in the mirror to see how sad you are, or when, let's say, speaking about how gorgeous you look, you always have to see yourself before going out for a visit, going out for a friendly out, let's say, going, and so many things that you could actually do during that particular matter using mirrors. Now we know that even when it comes into using mirrors, it's used now even when, let's say, doing your dental care, you have to go to a dental hygienist or a dentist to use a small mirror in order for the doctor to see the reflection of what's happening inside your teeth and trying to find the problem in that matter. Even when it comes into surgeons, they actually use kind of a light that reflects the patient himself as a mirror in order for the patient to feel more comfortable and to look at specific details when it comes into that. So of course, mirrors are very important. Some people use them as a tool of protection. Now we don't want to go aside to that when it comes to that matter, but I mean, mirror is part of our daily routine in life. No one could stop using a mirror no matter what happens. We even use it while driving the car. I mean, it is one of the most important things is to see the reflection, though the reflection is kind of different in that matter, but I mean, it is one of the ways that is very important for us to take care of the road, to look aside to what's happening around us, and of course to make sure that everyone is safe, is sound when it comes into driving the car. And I'm very sure every woman has their own mirror and special mirror, keeping that in their pocket, in their bag, and of course using it all the time to make sure we always look glorious and amazing. So that was our segment, dear viewers, especially when it comes into knowing more about mirror and how important mirror is to us. I'm very sure everyone, especially after this segment, will start to remember their own mirrors and maybe try to have new ones, because we can see so many new additions that's happening and presented in the market when it comes into having your own special mirror.
We would like to thank our colleague Hiba Al-Qahtani for sharing with us more about the importance and the tips and the history about mirrors. You know, mirrors, you mentioned before the report about Hiba. It's for everything now. Before it used for reflection, now it's used for our how to look good, for the stylist, how to look better. So now even the factories need mirrors. Mirrors now, new nowadays, are different than before.
Yeah, of course. And I think in any kind of place you have that kind of mirror. But also, Abdulaziz, there's a lot of people that don't like having any kind of mirror, let's say whether in their rooms and home. They don't like to see themselves. And also for the benefit of mirrors, like us girls, and I'm sure a lot of also men, maybe they use it when you try to look up yourself and to speak up, whether you're preparing, for example, if you have any kind of presentation or if you have some important thing, you would look at yourself up in the mirror and practice more. Or especially, for example, like when we're hosting, they always say, look at yourself in the mirror and speak up and see what are you able to do and what are your mistakes, of course.
So this is like some of the beneficial about the mirrors, because you look to yourself and you see your presence, how you talk, about your attitude, and usually sometimes it was reflects the light before. Nowadays we use it in everywhere. We have small mirrors and we have a big mirrors just to look good, just to look one. So mirrors inside the elevators to create sense of the space. This is the most important thing, because nowadays we have to think in a different way. Mirrors that the shape of us and maybe behind us. And sometimes mirror, it's the type of thing, you know, there is too many quotes about mirrors. Mirrors is like it reflects their personality, you know, like it reflects to you. So this is like the things we talk about the mirrors, and this is the topics in general, the importance of mirror. We'd like to thank Hiba Al-Qahtani, because she have like an adventure of Hiba. Every day she provided us something new. So that time she providing something important about mirrors. So what about next? We will see next time.
Of course, and I think with that, don't forget, let's add more about when we're speaking about mirrors. We always use mirrors when we're driving, Aziz.
Sure.
You cannot drive without a mirror,
No,
of
for
course.
sure, we look everywhere.
Yes, of course. So with that, Abdulaziz, I think we have reached to an end of our episode where we're going to conclude what we spoke about today. Of course.
Today, in the beginning, we spoke about the Mikshat experience, one of the big events happening during the celebrations, the month of celebrations in the state of Kuwait, would participate too many governmental and private entities. And the thing is, like, it's a good opportunity people to enjoy the lovely weather in the state of Kuwait.
As you have mentioned, people gathering and enjoying that kind of moment, especially when we're talking about families and friends. And our second topic was our media role exhibition, Unity Academia and Industry, where volunteers and students and we're able to show the media role, of course, for everyone there.
And even at the end, our colleague Hiba Al-Qahtani, she took us in her adventure with the journey about the mirrors, history tips, and even the topics, Sarah.
Of course, and with that, Abdulaziz, of course, we cannot live without mirrors, and we have reached into an end of our episode for today. Dear viewers, hope you enjoyed our episode, and thank you for enjoying Around Kuwait. See you soon with a new episode. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. See you next time.